Okay, this is Coach Dez here. Next on the board, Lions versus the 49ers. As you can see, the Lions hold the number one seed. Now that this is a Monday night game, and yes, they will be watching the Packers versus the Vikings game very closely because either way it goes, the Lions cannot let their foot off the gas just yet because the number one seed is still not locked up. As you can see, they are 13-2. If you come down, the Vikings are 13-2. Packers are not going to be able to take it, but the Vikings can take this and flip-flop the Lions from the number one seed. So that's why I said this game, they're going to be watching that Packers versus the Vikings game, and they're going to be rooting for the Packers to win this game. But not when you're playing at home. It's different. So let's talk about the Lions versus the 49ers. 49ers ain't got nothing to play for. They're just playing for their positions, a job next year, and maybe to get drafted or picked on another team. They can be a spoiler alert for the Lions. So let's talk about what this halftime score is going to be. Yes, it's going to be a high-scoring game, but I don't think it's going to be as high as what the bookies have projected it to be. Now, I'm going to tell you why. If they get a 2-score lead, they're taking the starters out, depending on that Packers versus the Vikings game. So if the Vikings lose, the Lions can pretty much rest their starters because the Packers can't come back and catch them because the Packers would be 12 and something. Lions are 13. They lock in the number one position outright. They lock that in. But anyway, let's talk about what this halftime score is going to be. Lions average 21.2 points per game. They give up 13.6. 49ers average 9.8 points per game. They give up 13. So this halftime score is going to be 21-10 at halftime. So let's talk about these Lions. Lions average 32.3 runs per game. They have a strong passing game. 70.6% pass completion to the right, 72% pass completion down the middle, 67% pass completion to the left. He's only been sacked 29 times, 9 interceptions, and there's been 11 forced fumbles on offense. Defense, on the other hand, gives up 23.1 runs per game. They are not, they have, if you look at their defense, yes, they got 16 players out, but you know what? That's a damn good defense that they got. I like the way their safeties are not playing too deep, and the middle line. Hey, you can't beat that because you're not getting nothing by them. They're strong on all three levels of passing. You can't get nothing past them. When you catch it, you're not getting much. You're not getting much at all. So they've sacked the quarterback 34 times, 16 interceptions, and 19 forced fumbles on defense. 49ers, on the other hand, average 28.9 runs per game. They have a strong passing game, 63.9% passing to the right, 64% pass completion to the down the middle, and I'll give them this one at 59.9% passing completion to the left. But the quarterback has been sacked 32 times, 13 interceptions, and 23 forced fumbles on offense. Defense, on the other hand, gives up 28.1 runs per game. And you're weak at passing. You give up 60.7% passing to the right, 70.2% passing down the middle. I might as well say 59.5% passing down the left side. You've sacked the quarterback 35 times, 12 interceptions, and there's been 21 forced fumbles on defense. So what is this final score between the Lions versus the 49ers? This is a crucial game. Lions need this win, regardless how y'all look at it. So Lions average 35.2 points per game. They give up 26.2. 49ers average 16.4 points per game. They give up 23.2. I think this score is going to be 35-16. It may be less. Like I said, once they find out the final score of the Packers versus the Vikings the day before, is going to determine the outcome of this score. So don't put all your money on this being a high-scoring game and going over. So I think the Lions win this by 19. With that being said, peace out.